Good afternoon. Don Briggs, your mayor. Today is Wednesday, June 17th. It's 2020. I am joined today by Greg Reaver, president of Emmitsburg Glass Company. Greg, thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me, Don. It's a pleasure.
Really pleasure to have a native son back here with us today.
My pleasure.
I'm going to give a couple of quick updates on where we are with our Maryland Strong Roadmap to Recovery. That's Governor Hogan's April 24th, and now we're in phase 2. At this time, in the state of Maryland, there's 62,409 cases and 282,851 deaths. Frederick County, 2,308 cases and 108 deaths, 7 probable related deaths. In our zip code, 21727 zip code, there are 23 confirmed cases. And as I remind you every week, we don't get any further information from the Frederick County Health Department as to where those cases, the nature of those cases. Churches are open to 50% occupancy with masks and proper social distancing. I want to thank everybody for their support of our restaurants. They have carryouts, buy gift certificates, and they have outdoor seating now and 50% indoor seating. A lot of overlays on this by the health department, so bear with them, bring your mask. The pool. Last week we received official notification we could open to a maximum of 50% of the pool surface. And that what we are interpreting that is that possibly we can have 100 plus in the pool or in the area at that one day. And the opening date we're scheduling for Friday, July 3rd in the afternoon. Bear with us. It's going to call for an extra spoon of discipline on all parts to use the pool and meet county health department regulations. I don't feel like you need masks, but if you feel comfortable, bring your own sanitizer, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, Mr. Reaver, thank you again for joining us. Let me go over this. 2 brothers, farm boys, an idea, a dream, garage, Cashel Farms, 53,000 square foot building on Route US 15. Tell me how this is Horatio Alger or something. You guys come from a hard farm background, so tell me a little bit about growing up and how this thing got started.
Well, growing up was a little hard when we were growing up out on the farm, and our big part of the day was getting allowed to bale hay because we had to weed the garden first.
Right, there you go.
But just, I mean, I guess the work values that my parents installed in us, and just you got to persevere, set a goal, and we tried to achieve that goal and just stay at it. You just can't throw your hands up and give up. And so we've done that. It actually started out with 4 brothers and a brother-in-law, and throughout the years, for one reason or another, it came down to Dan and I, and then Dan's had a desire to retire for a while, and then last year we just came to that conclusion. He was ready, and it was time for him to go enjoy the second phase of his life.
Okay.
So it was a good thing. It was a good thing for him, good thing for the company. The company will continue on, but it's just been we just turned 32 years this past January.
Wow. In
business. So it's been a long, hard drive up the hill, but with good employees and loyal employees, it's been a good thing. It's been very good. It's been very inspiring.
Your first job was in Frederick City, Sovereign Bank, whatever that is today, but a branch bank, and then you did some massive. Within a short period of time, did a massive building down at the harbor.
Down in Inner Harbor East, yeah. Our first job was about 18 maybe windows and Then we went to 33 stories
My
within
God.
about 8 years.
Wow.
So, but again, it goes all, it really falls back to the quality of our employees and I guess how we treat them as well, I would like to think, and provide. So, they're loyal to us, we're loyal to them,
Wow. That-
so.
But how, Castle Farms, that has a lot of meaning to a lot of people who grew up around here. They-
I have to drive back around there once in a while just to keep myself grounded. From
I drive out there all the time, then cross the bridge, and it's just
Yep, it's beautiful.
a beautiful place. But what a story! And
Yep.
yeah, you probably you have employees of 60 or 70, right, something like that. 50?
We're right in that area right now, still at 60 to 70. We've been up almost to about 100 at times in the peak.
Wow,
But it's been a tough market for the last few years and
sure.
a lot of competition. But we're staying strong, and again, a lot of our employees, for the most part, have been there at least 5 to 20 years
Wow.
or even longer, perhaps some of them.
Well, that really speaks well to the management, the company
Yep.
ownership.
So
That's terrific. And
it's been good.
I remember about 2005 or so, I was the president of the Emmitsburg Business Professional Association, EBPA, and gave you their first award, achievement award, and that was given to you by the governor at that time.
Yes.
And,
Yep.
that was a very special time in the history of
That was quite humbling.
it was.
It was humbling to be recognized to that level, from the local and the state level like that. It was pretty cool.
I want to thank then Mayor Hoover for he was the one
Yeah,
that really
that's right,
helped us.
Jim. Yeah.
He helped us get that together, and pictures and presenting to you with the governor was very special on my part. And, you have a son who's active he went to the Naval Academy, he played football there, went to Catoctin High, and played
Yep.
at the Naval Academy, and now
He's in the Marine Corps now. He went to the Marine side,
okay,
and he was just deployed earlier this spring over to excuse me, to Sicily,
okay,
and doing well. He does supply and logistics,
okay.
doing very well.
Well, that's
Just
good.
can't wait for him to come home, of course.
Absolutely.
Not in harm's way, he's on there's 2 big Navy bases there, so he's not on the mainland, so,
Okay.
which was a big concern
Good.
for the Marine Corps and for, obviously, us about the virus.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, and, but he's doing well. He does a good job.
You have a daughter who's finished up in school in Virginia.
Yep, she's going to Longwood University, plays soccer, and wants to graduate this December, and then she wants to move on to a medical school and do neurology research. She does research right now with one of her professors. They actually research fireflies or fruit flies,
Ah,
and they're trying to see if there's any kind of correlation of how they treat them to diabetes.
oh,
See if
wow.
they can. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean,
That's-
it's way over my pay scale, but,
Well, that's
yeah, she does very well too. Yeah, she's good. She's a good girl.
well, that's terrific. No, it's really really great.
And then her twin brother goes to University of Tennessee. He's working for the company now during the summer.
Okay.
He's doing business and finance, and when he graduates next spring, then he's going to probably come back and be like assistant controller for Emmitsburg Glass.
Okay, well, Alan needs some help. I'm just kidding. He's
Yeah, no, Al needs help.
he's terrific.
No, he's awesome. Al Knott's great.
Great employee.
Yep.
Let me give a couple updates, and we'll come right back to you. in a
Sure.
minute. Okay. Let's see. We have a groundbreaking for Dunkin' Donuts at 10 a.m. on June 23rd. Everybody's welcome to come over to the site. It's the old car wash right there behind the Exxon, across from McDonald's. That's 10 a.m. June 23rd, it's a grand opening. Well, not ground, it's groundbreaking, not ground opening, excuse me. And so that's done. We're off and running there. Farmers Market will open Friday, June 26th, right out here by the community building, and that'll be in the afternoon. It'll probably run from 3:30ish to 6:30. I think that's where it is. Community Heritage Day, Saturday the 27th, June 27th. No daytime activities, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. music at the bandstand and Community Park, followed by fireworks. We'll have Jennifer Joy in here next week just to go over that with us on this little shtick we do here. Yard waste collections, Saturday, June 20th, 9, I think that's the third Saturday of the month, and that's 9 a.m. to noon. That's out at Creamery Road on the east side behind Emmitsburg Glass at our wastewater treatment plant, and only paper bags or recyclable bag will be accepted. No plastic bags will be accepted. And bulk trash is this weekend, Saturday, June 20th. Check town postings for what bulk trash is acceptable. You don't want to put something out there and then it come out in the afternoon, it's still there. So check with our listing, but that's this week. That's a big thing. We have lots of small grants for small businesses, and we've upped it up a little bit in the number of employees. And please check our listing. That'll be up, and number of people work for you. We jumped that up, and also open it up to home businesses. Parks and equipment, they're all open. If you feel more comfortable, bring your own sanitizers when you're using the children's equipment, and if you feel more comfortable, wear a mask in the park. But get out and enjoy the sun, and it's the best thing for you, they're saying, and to get some vitamin D and fresh air. I think Phyllis Kelly is okay over at the Emmitsburg Food Bank. The Doctor Pregnancy Center is open Monday and Friday, 1 to 3. Tuesday, Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m., and that's located by the food bank. Everything else seems to be going pretty well, and I just be really careful of scams. Every time there's stuff like jiggling around, like what's happened with the dreadful death of one of our Americans out in Atlanta, and also down in out in Minneapolis. Just be careful of scams. They have a sense to do this. Thank everybody on the front lines through this whole thing, and serving us food, serving us at Jubilee, the pharmacy, and all our medical people have been wonderful. Greg, any final thoughts? Tell me just one question. How is the real estate market, commercial, is it strong with the low rates, interest rates?
The interest rates are good for the real estate. We've had a few jobs that have been put on the back burner just because of the unknown of the due to this virus. But we're still pretty strong. I mean, we've been fortunate. Emmitsburg Glass has been fortunate because we came into the virus, which I believe caught pretty much everybody off guard. But we had some hospital jobs, so they became top priority. So that's allowed us, and thank Governor Hogan for keeping construction essential, of course. But that's allowed us to continue to work and keep our employees, working. So. But no, as far as the rates and the market, I mean, it's still pretty strong. I think everybody's still concerned about this second wave coming through, which is a valid concern. But there's a lot of work out there. Still a lot of work.
Good. It seems there's a surge of interest in the high schools and colleges on entrepreneurship. What would you say to a young entrepreneur like yourselves and your brother Dan?
Don't be scared.
Okay,
Go for it.
okay,
And especially coming out young, I mean, this might not sound right, but if you do it when you're young, if you fail, learn from it and pick yourself back up and try it again. Be cautious. Don't go overboard right off the bat, but don't be scared. Try to go at it. I mean, we did. We were fortunate that we did make it through quite a few recessions, but pick yourself. If it doesn't work out, pick yourself back up and brush the dirt off and keep moving forward. Persevere.
The 32 years, have they gone pretty fast? Well, don't
I'm still
question.
not that old, Don. Can't be.
I can't, I would. Is there anything else you'd like to say to your native son? Welcome home.
Can't wait for him to come home. Thanks for, as you said already, thanks for everybody on the front line, the healthcare workers, and, I've been, unfortunately, had to deal with some of that with our own family, and they're troopers, man. They just show up every day and, put themselves at risk to keep helping everybody else, the firemen, the police, healthcare, just so can't say enough about them. We can all have an opinion, but they're still out there for us. And my employees as well. They show up every day. We've had some issues on some of our job sites that, cause some concern, but they get back up the next day and drive down that road again and keep on working. So,
That's terrific.
yeah, it's if we just all try to get along and be patient with each other, we'll get through all this stuff.
Well, it's
We'll
good.
get through it all.
What a great message. Thank you, Greg, for joining us today. And I want to thank everybody again for our little get-together here every week. Next week, again, we'll have Jennifer Joy. She's been running the Community Heritage Day for, I believe, 10 years, maybe 11 years, and this is her last year. They're going to downsize and maybe move into Frederick, but she's done a great job, and we'll get an update on our very own Community Day. But thank you for joining us, and I hope you all have a
Thanks for having me, Don.
thank you. Very appreciate it.